So Michael, I thought Margie's idea of our doing a video for you was a terrific idea, and I'm glad we did one, and I thought I'd do another one and tell you a few more. I got some really bad jokes, so I hope they'll make you feel better. So let's see what we can do. First, boy, here's something to think about. Do you know that there are 7.6 billion people in the world and that 1.4 of them are Chinese? Michael, that means that 1 out of every 5 people in the world is Chinese. Michael, you got more than 10 people in your family. That means statistically, a couple of them are probably Chinese. I'm thinking it's probably Ben and Naomi, but I'm not sure. You know them better than I do, so think about it and let me know what you think. The human brain is an amazing thing, Michael. It starts to work the day you're born, and it doesn't stop until the very moment when you're trying to come up with a really good excuse for why you haven't done your homework yet. So a young fellow named Michael in a regular school went up to his teacher and said, "Teacher, would you ever punish somebody for something they didn't do?" And she said, "Well, no, I wouldn't punish somebody for something they didn't do." And he said, "Well, I'm glad to hear that because I didn't do my homework." So a young fellow named Michael in a regular school was getting an arithmetic lesson, and the teacher said, "Michael, if you had $2 and you asked your dad for another $3, how much would you have?" And Michael said, $2. Teacher said, "Michael, I don't think you're understanding this lesson in arithmetic." And Michael said, "Teacher, I don't think you understand my father." People say change is inevitable, but I don't think those people have ever put money in a vending machine. So I saw a bunch of fellas out in the field playing frisbee, and I was wondering why, as the thing got closer to me, did it look bigger and bigger? And I wondered about that, and then it hit me. Michael, they say never hit a man with glasses, and I agree. Hit him with a baseball bat or something useful. Did you know the Miss Universe contest is rigged? The winner is always from Earth. They say that you need a parachute to go skydiving, but I'll tell you, Michael, that's not actually true. It's true if you want to do anything after skydiving, but yeah. The old saying about if at first you don't succeed, try again, that doesn't actually work with skydiving. Okay, Michael, this one is not a joke. This is actually life advice for you, and this is one where I know that your dad is going to agree with me. So, Michael, here's the thing. Never steal anything. That's the government's job. So I found out something about vegetarians recently. The Navajo word for vegetarian translates into English as he who is a lousy hunter. Now, most people who are vegetarians because they don't want to eat animals. They love animals. They don't want to eat them. But there are some vegetarians who are vegetarians because they really hate plants. You can tell who they are because you see them in restaurants giggling and laughing demonically as they eat their Brussels sprouts. I'm only a little bit of a vegetarian. I absolutely love and respect spinach plants and collard green plants, and I would never dream of eating either one of those things. So by the way, Michael, if your mom ever wants you to eat any vegetables you don't like, just tell her you have too much respect for that plant and you don't want to eat it. Here's one for you, Michael. Think about this. Politicians are exactly like diapers. They both need to be changed regularly and for the same reason. So mad cow disease was going around, and one cow turned to the other and said, "Are you worried about this mad cow disease that's going around?" And the other cow said, "Why would I worry about mad cow disease? I'm an airplane." Did you know that the most popular pencil in the world is the number 2 black pencil? So that's a little weird. The number 1 pencil in the world is number 2. If aliens ever came to Earth, they would think that dogs are in charge. I mean, after all, people follow dogs around and pick their poop up. Who would you think was in charge? So Sherlock Holmes and Watson were out camping. They had to be camping for some case they were on, and they were camping. They woke up in the middle of the night, and they looked at each other, and they looked up at the stars. And Holmes turned to Watson. He said, "Watson, what do you deduce from what you see?" And Watson looked up at the stars and he said, "Well, there's a lot of stars. There might be life out there. I don't know, Holmes. What do you want me to deduce?" And Holmes says, "Watson, you idiot. Somebody stole our tent." I got a friend who works at a fire hydrant factory, but I never visit him at work because you can't park anywhere near that place. And the same fellow, I always heard that marijuana is terrible. You can't concentrate if you're high on marijuana. He says no, he gets high on marijuana. He can concentrate, he can multitask. He was telling me about one time he was doing a whole bunch of things all at the same time when he was high on marijuana and doing them all very well. He was walking down the street, smoking a cigarette, talking on his telephone, getting run over by a car all at the same time. Guy was at work one day and he turned to his coworker and he said, you know, I'm afraid there's something wrong with me. The last few days I've been seeing spots in front of my eyes. And his friend said, well, have you seen a doctor? And the guy said, no, I'm just seeing spots. Did you know that all food is fast food, if you're a cannibal? But cannibals won't eat clowns because they taste funny. And they won't eat service station attendants either because they give them gas. So Michael, you ever get halfway through eating a horse and stop and think, ooh, I guess I wasn't that hungry after all? Well, that's the end of that round of bad jokes, Michael. I still love you. I hope you're feeling better and better all the time. And anyway, stay out of trouble, wash behind your ears, and say hi to everybody for me. Love you. Bye-bye.